it's your girl T, and I'm here to do a color and chat with Mermaid and Friends coloring book and the beautiful Koh I Noor Polycolor colored pencils. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. It's been a minute, y'all, since I've made videos. I've done I think some flip throughs, but I really haven't done any color and chats or coloring videos. So I decided to work in this beautiful book by Gloriousink, Christin Gloriousink. This is a signed copy. It's really nice. And I've chosen to do this page here because it kind of seems like a fall picture with the antlers. So I'm going to go ahead and do this picture. And we're going to use those Koh I Noor Polycolor pencils. So let me just grab something to put in the back of my page. Just a moment. All right. So we have this gorgeous girl here, and we're going to color her. So sorry about all this background noise, y'all. My chair, I'm trying to get situated here. I'm gonna zoom in. I'm gonna tonight start working on her skin. I usually don't do skin first because I'm intimidated to do skin. I don't know if anyone else is, but I am. And so I kind of wait to do that last because I am intimidated by it. But we're going to go ahead and start with the skin. I'm going to make her brown skin, okay? So the color that I'm using, so the Koh I Noor Hardmouth Polycolors do not have color names. They only have the number. Sorry about that. It'll focus. It's not focusing very well. So the Polycolor have numbers. So this is going to be 3800-32. So all of them are 3800. So I'm just going to have it flash the last two numbers on the screen for you guys. And that's going to be 32. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and start with number 32. All right, so I hope everyone's been doing well. I've been doing all right. Just, a lot going on. My father-in-law is back in the hospital. There's functions and things at my church. I traveled in September, and I just have a lot, going on. Christian, was in school. He's tracked out now, so he's home during the day with my husband. And so it's just a lot going on. I've been coloring, it's just not on video. Trying to finish up my romantic country book. Romantic country by area. I've been trying to get that finished, and I've been trying to do some color alongs from Instagram. I have a color along going on right now. It's called Pumpkin Spice and Color. If you're interested, I'll leave a link to my Instagram. You can go check that out. So so it's just a lot, going on right now. In my job, we have customer service week. It's customer service week across the country, and my team is considered customer service. And so a lot of times customer service people don't get a lot of they deal with a lot. They also could dish out a lot, but they deal with a lot of different personalities, whether they're good or bad. They have to deal with those personalities. And, you know, it can make the job stressful. However, you know, at my company where I work at, and where my employees work, their job is not all that stressful because we're more of an information line. You guys, you see the lines here? I'm just putting the first layer, so we'll blend that out later. But yeah, so they're more of an information line. So people call with questions, they need help, you know, finding certain forms or information, classifications, different things like that, statutes, excuse me, help using, you know, applications on our website, things like that. So they really don't get a lot of people screaming at them. But we had one today. Boy, did we have one today. And it was so weird because it's customer service week. And we have this guy being total jerk on the phone to my reps. And, you know, he wanted to speak to, like, the big boss. But they're not available because they're, you know, in meetings and stuff. So, he's like, he didn't want to, they said, he doesn't want a voicemail. He's demanding to speak to someone. I said, okay, put him through. And boy, was he a jerk. Very condescending. And I know not all lawyers are like this, but it's like he was trying to be a bully, trying to get information just because he's a lawyer, that we should give it to him. You know, kind of like throwing his weight around because he's a lawyer. But, you know, I had to basically tell him, sir, you know, I didn't say it mean or anything. Sir, I understand what you're looking for, but you're not getting it because I'm not authorized to release that. And, you know, he was complaining about, you know, representatives on the phone. And I mean, he was just, oh my God, just because he couldn't get what he wanted. You know, I mean, we're not going to lose our jobs trying to give you something you can't have. It's just not going to happen. So, you know, it was just one of those calls. And, you know, when I went in the room to talk to them after I was done talking to him, they're like, oh my gosh, it's customer service week too. And on Monday we get him, and they normally don't get calls like that. So it was really, to me, it was kind of funny that it happened during customer service week. But I said, hey guys, don't be frazzled. We're going to have, you know, a great week despite that guy. We anticipate that he's going to probably call back. And looking for management again. And, but yeah, that was really interesting. And so, we did not give in. We did not give in. He did not get what he wanted. And so basically I gave him two choices. You can do A or B. Which one do you want to do? And none of them consisted of him getting really what he wanted. So, you know, so yeah, so, you know, customer service week, they don't really, you know, customer service reps, although, you know, their jobs can be stressful at times, and their jobs are not always stressful, but it's, you know, because I used to be one of them, and I understand how it feels, you know, to work and be sometimes glued to your seat for the most part, you know, clocking in for breaks and lunches and all that, when others don't really have to do that, and they work really hard. They have to know so much. And so I wanted to show my appreciation, and so did my boss and management. And so, you know, we're doing customer service week, and so today we treated them to breakfast. So we took everyone's order, treated them to breakfast, and I made some beautiful bouquets, and I'll flash a picture of the bouquets I made to give to each rep. I'll show you guys a picture of that on the screen. And yeah, so it was a nice day despite that mean old guy on the phone trying to bully his way into some information. Let me just make sure I'm in screen. Yes, I am. Okay, so I'm going to go down here and fill in this area. Again, I'm going to go back in and do more shade, you know, add more layers and shading and stuff. So we're going to get down here. We're still using number 32. Okay. Yeah, so you know, we have a fun week planned. You know, we have a fun week planned. So I'm hoping that they feel appreciated, because I really do appreciate them, and that they feel valued. And that's important too, because you know, I want my team to feel valued and appreciated, and that we see all the hard work that they do. So just slightly adding this 32. Trying to go in circular motion as much as possible, but sometimes my hand won't do it. Now, if you like using markers, you can. I'm not going to use markers in this book because, as you can see, there's a print on the other side, and I don't want to ruin any pictures in this book. So, and I'm kind of nervous even coloring this picture, you guys. I'm nervous. I do not want to mess this up. You know, I'm going to work through it. So this is going to be a tattoo. So I will color that as a tattoo. All right, this is a gorgeous book. I don't know if you guys have seen and flipped through this, but I also have that on my playlist if you want to check it out. It's just absolutely gorgeous. I'm just trying to figure out, looks like, okay, yeah, it looks like these are just lines and this is her skin. So I'll fill that in. I kind of like to map out my picture by doing this first light layers. Seeing where everything's supposed to go, what's skin, what's not, what's flowers, what's leaves. And by the way, this book is not available on Amazon. You have to purchase it through Etsy, I believe. I think I got on Etsy. Yeah, our Etsy shop. I believe. I will double check that. And I'll have some links too for this book if you're interested. All right, so we have the first layer in. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is add a second layer, but I'm going to pause a second because I need to sharpen my pencil. Okay, I'm back. All right, so I sharpened my pencil and I used the Derwent Super Point. So I've got a nice long point. And again, we're still using 32. All right, so I'm gonna go back up here to the top of her head. And we're gonna add another layer. And I'm just gonna work lightly, try to build up as much as I can. yeah, so I really like the way these pencils are working on in this book, or in this paper actually. I did a test page in the back. These were actually the first set that I chose to actually test out in this book. So has anyone started shopping for Christmas? Christmas is just around the corner. It just seemed like summer was yesterday. And Christmas is knocking at our door. I don't know about you guys, but I'm an early bird shopper. I don't like waiting to the last minute to shop for Christmas because I don't want to risk the chance of not finding something that someone wants because it's a hot item, you know, and I just want people to be happy. I just want people to be happy. So I start in September. So I was a little late this year. I did not get the first. I had to not purchase the first gift until actually October 1st, I think, end of the month, beginning of the month. So I'm still on track. So I'm not behind. So we'll do, I'll do some more soon because I'm not waiting to the last minute. Like when, how people go and they do all their shopping on Black Friday. When I go out on Black Friday, it's for maybe a deal that I saw, but not for really something that I needed to get. So I kind of like, when I'm out, I'm like, oh yeah, I can get this, I'm pretty much done when Black Friday comes in. When Black Friday's over, I'm pretty much done with everything. And that's because, I bake at Christmas time, and I kind of want to like focus on getting all that stuff for baking because it can be very expensive, especially if you're buying a lot of nuts and stuff like that. The nuts are the most expensive thing when you're baking. So I was like, this year, I don't know if I'm going to be making a lot of things with nuts, but people like to have, goodies and cookies and stuff with nuts if they're not allergic. So I'll probably try to, try to find more things I can make that don't involve using nuts. But I usually I'm making a lot of things with nuts. So I gotta find some more stuff to make. But it's a kind of a tradition thing now because my husband's grandmother, when she was living, she would start baking, I believe in like October, November, and that's for Christmas. And she would like freeze cookies, and she would make cookies and freeze them. And I would help her sometimes, doing this. And when she passed away, it was something that I knew that I wanted to do for my husband because it's something that he looked forward to, Christmas and all of his nannies baking, all her baked goods, cookies, and so I make cookies, fudge, bars. She even made like candy, but I don't make candy. The only candy I made was fudge and what was it? Eggnog truffles. She didn't make those, but it's something that I wanted to try. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna make eggnog truffles because I love eggnog. So yeah, so I made eggnog truffles. So you know, there's a lot of different things I like to make during the holidays, and that's, you know, to keep the tradition. My husband's family tradition with his grandmother, and you know, and plus I like to bake. So basically, again, y'all, just adding another light layer of number 32 from the Koh I Noor onto this. Maybe when I do a video in December and I have most of my goods baked, I'll show you guys a plate of goodies. And hopefully nobody gets mad at me because they can't actually taste it. But I do share with, you know, my neighbors. Like last year was our first year in the house, and decided to send my neighbors a box of goodies, a tin of goodies. I sent one to the neighbor on both sides of me. And one of the neighbors, they do like a cookie exchange where you come over and, you know, you've baked your cookie and then you're sharing it with everybody. So you bake enough to share with anyone who's participating. They kind of have a number of that. I don't know how many people are participating in advance. And then you share your cookies. Well, they also do cookie bake-off, kind of like whose cookie is the best. And when I shared my cookie with my neighbor, she said, oh my gosh, if you would have gone to the cookie exchange event, you would have won with this cranberry chip cookie. Because I made a cranberry chip cookie. I make those every year. Cranberry chip cookies, and they're so good. But yeah, so she's like, you would have won. I'm like, really? She said, yes, those cookies are so good. I was like, oh, well, thank you. You know, thanks so much. That's so sweet. But, so yeah. Maybe I'll show you guys what I'm up to in the kitchen. All right, so I'm just adding, again, another light layer to the skin. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish this off. Make sure I'm in frame, because look, not even in frame. It's crazy tea. All right, so I'm using a different tripod tonight. So, but I'm gonna go ahead and finish this area here, and so you guys enjoy the music. Okay, so now I'm gonna go into doing some shading because we have a lot of layers to add to her skin. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and shade with number 33. See if it'll show for you guys. Number 33. And basically I'm just going to shade around the edges of her and figure out where exactly I want the light source to come from, because right now I'm thinking the light source is going to come this way to hit her shoulder, okay, and this side of her face. So, excuse me, we're going to go ahead and start on this side over here. Now, I'm not a pro at doing skin. For me, is always a challenge. I just I just have a lot to learn with coloring skin. So if you have anything to share, any videos you'd like to share with me for coloring skin, I'd be more than happy, more than appreciative for you to share those with me. I just do what I think, okay? So I'm no pro. I'm just doing what I think. There are some people can color skin and it's so fabulous. And I look at them like, how do they do that? I gotta learn. A lot of times though too, it's about just trying it and just taking your time, no rushing through it. And a lot of times I tend to rush through doing skin because I don't feel like I really know what I'm doing. I'm just, I kind of like go for it. So yeah, so you guys don't mind me. Don't mind me at all. But anyways, so how many people have gone from summer to straight up winter? I heard that some states, I think out west, went from summer like all the way into full on winter, no fall at all. And people are like, where'd it go? They have like snow already. So I was like, wow. I'm so happy that's not here yet. I think fall is trying to peek its way through, but we're having a really, really warm fall. I think we have record-breaking heat. Last week we had a day, it was like 100, almost 100 degrees. And that is in the fall, y'all. 100 degrees in the fall is just not heard of. So yeah, that's what we're dealing with here. All right, so we're gonna continue on. God, I'm so nervous about this skin. But I'm gonna take it easy, take it slow. Okay, I'm not gonna, probably do too much fancy anything with her skin because, I'm a novice at skin coloring. And so I don't want to mess up the picture. Because I won't be too happy. But I messed the picture up. So just shading where I think, her skin would be a little darker. Hope everyone's been doing okay. My husband was telling me about some weird virus that's going around. Man, I wish I could remember the name of it. But the way he was talking, it sounded like, something crazy. He was like, what is that? He's like, I don't know, if you have these certain symptoms or whatever, then you should probably go to the doctor. And I'm like, what? This almost makes it seem like you have a common cold, but it's actual disease that can actually kill you. It's like something going around, a virus. I think it starts with an L. I can't remember, but yeah, so I'm like, oh, all this new stuff. Gotta make sure we keep our hands clean and out of our mouths, which is so hard, especially when you're eating. Especially little kids. Like I worry so much about Christian. And that's bad. I'm probably scaring him, but I'm always like, don't put your hands in your mouth. If you put your hands in your mouth, you're gonna get nasties in your stomach, and you're gonna get sick and have the flu or something like that. And he's like, oh, like, keep your hands out of your mouth, and keep your hands out of your eyes, and because you can get pink eye, because he had pink eye. Was it the end of last year, I think? Oh, so disgusting to me. I know kids get that, but it is, anybody gets that, but it is so gross. I'm very queasy when it comes to illnesses and seeing things like crusty eyeballs and stuff. Ugh. So yeah, that was not fun for me, because since I tend to him, during the day, I had to put the ointment in his eyes, and I had to clean his eyes, and oh god, I was like, oh god, I'm gonna get it. And I was so paranoid. I was so paranoid that I was gonna get pink eye. I was like, oh my god, my eye's itching, my eye feels sticky. And it was nothing, just me. Just me tripping. So, but yeah. So I don't do very well with yucky stuff. So, and there's one point I'd come home every day and spray the Lysol on everything, especially during flu season. Spraying down all the doorknobs and all the light switches and everything, because I did not want to get sick. And I think that actually helped, because I don't think anybody caught the flu last year, if I can remember. I think Christian got sick when I was taking him to school, but it wasn't like the flu. He didn't keep throwing up, so I don't know if that was just a stomach bug. But yeah, you guys, I'm not a nurse or in the medical field for a reason. I cannot do it. Cannot. If I see someone getting sick on their stomach, I'll be over there gagging with them. So that's not good. It's not a good look. Not a good look. I don't know if anyone else is like that. I have very keen sense of smell, and certain smells make me feel nauseated. I'm like, oh my god, what is that smell? And usually when I come in the house, if I smell something, I'm like, oh my gosh, you guys sat in here all daggone day and you didn't smell that. But it's a bunch of guys who can smell. They're like, what are you talking about? I don't smell anything. I'm like, you don't smell that? And they're like, what? And I'm like, oh my gosh, take the trash out. Or, oh my gosh, it's the dirt with the garbage disposal. So Usually it's me, you know, announcing that there's a smell. But yeah, so, but needless to say, I cannot be in nursing, medical field, none of that, because I'm one of those people that probably will pass out just seeing people get sick. Or people come in with, you know, dismembered body parts. Because that's not, it won't, yeah. That would not be helpful. So, probably have to get a little darker in there. I'm gonna press a little harder there, because I don't want to use too many colors for the skin. I just want to kind of keep it simple. Probably have gone too far into her face. But, you know, we'll see. Maybe not. Alright, so I'm gonna come over here. Again, y'all, I'm not the best coloring skin. That's something that I want to work on next year, though. It's like watching people do skin tutorials, like how they're figuring out, you know, where to shade. Because I know sometimes people draw these lines here. I mean, I can try to figure that out, but I don't mess. So you won't probably see much of that on this video. Alright, so we'll come up here. I'll just do just a little bit of this side of her face. Just a little bit. Not too much like over here. I color for fun, you guys, so. You probably won't finish her skin this video. I'm definitely, because I still have, you know, more layers, so definitely have more layers. I don't want it to stay this light as far as her skin is concerned. And pencils are doing pretty good. I'm just afraid they're going to gum up because the paper is smooth. So I'm trying not to press too hard or get too crazy with it, with the shading. Okay, do area. Sometimes they give you hints as to where you can, you know, you should shade, but the nose, I'm gonna probably leave that till next time, because I'm gonna look something up. Sometimes it's good to use references when you're trying to figure out, you know, shading on her face and stuff. And it's okay. It is okay. Oh my god. A little bit here. Right now I'm guessing where I want to do this. I'll do the same side over here. Anybody have any big Christmas vacations planned? I know a lot of people start traveling around that time of the year. You know, the holidays, Thanksgiving. I think I figured it out, y'all. Oh, I'm gonna do that. We're gonna probably stay put this year again. You know, with the illnesses going on, you know, I don't think that we need to go too far away, because, you know, God forbid we're out of town and we get a call, you know, that we need to be somewhere and we're too far away, we can't get there. So I don't know, I think we're probably gonna stay put. And even I like to invite people over if we can, you know, for holiday dinner. So I think that'd be nice to do. Guys, I'm getting crazy with the shading, I think. I don't want to mess this up. Ew. I don't understand that, so I will have to look that up or just leave it. Yeah. Probably shouldn't have done that, but we shall see if it hurts the picture. If it does, I will erase it. And that's the good thing about using pencil. You can pretty much fix or erase. I don't want her to look like she has a mustache. Let me see if she's something like that. No, not yet. I'm not going to do any more. Add a little here so it doesn't look like that. Alright, I think I can add another layer up here. Okie dokie. So I think we're gonna stop here. Look, I say that, but I'm still coloring. We're gonna stop, and when we come back, I may have, you know, added more layering in the face. And yeah, so we're doing skin. Woo! So, you guys, I'm so intimidated by the skin. I'm so intimidated. So, you know, we're gonna learn. We're gonna do this together. We're gonna learn together the no-nos, and we make it. If we make a mistake, we're gonna make a mistake together. You know, coloring's supposed to be fun, and if it's not fun, then, you know, for me, I don't want to do it. It's fun. It's fun, even though it's intimidating. It's fun because I want to see, you know, what I can do with just you know, trying to take my time and imagine, okay, what does a shaded face look like? So you might have to go grab some references to, you know, continue working on this, but we'll see. But yeah, so this is all we're going to do for this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments what you're thinking so far. And I will list the 2 colors that I use in this video in the description below. All right, y'all. Until next time, take care.